My name's Luke Pollard and I'm standing to be Labour's candidate in Plymouth Sutton and Devonport at the next general election. This is a video that tells you a little bit more about me and what I want to do as your candidate in this constituency. Plymouth's my home. It's the city where I was born and where I live now. I've seen for too long our current Tory MP, Oliver Colville, vote for laws and vote for cuts that affect Plymouth negatively, affect our businesses, affect our people, affect our livelihoods, affect our communities. It's time we had a Member of Parliament that stood up for Plymouth, that fought our corner, that said no to putting party politics before the interests of the city, and that actually stood up for Plymouth Sutton and Devonport. I think it's time we had a Member of Parliament that led from the front, who campaigned week in, week out for our city and for Labour values, standing up for Plymouth. That's what I want to be. Not only an MP that holds ministers to account, but gets the best deal for Plymouth. That's the job of an MP, but it's one that our current MP isn't doing. This isn't my first campaign video. I started video blogging in 2007 when I was selected as the parliamentary candidate in southwest Devon. Having stood for Parliament before, I know that if selected on the 30th of June, I can hit the ground running, taking on the Tories from day one, not learning what to do from scratch. I live in Plymouth, in Peveril. I'm proud of our city. I'm proud of its people. And I've been part of the Labour team that's been campaigning for it for many years. I'm the CLP's campaign coordinator, running campaigning in our constituency each and every week of the year. We need to take on the Tories right away. We've only got 2 years left before the general election, and that means using every day to make the case for a better Plymouth and for Labour values. I work in tourism now for ABTA, but I started my working life off working for ITV in Plympton, making children's television programmes. I've worked for David Jameson when he was the MP for Plymouth Devonport, and I've worked alongside Linda Gilroy when she was our MP for this constituency up until the last election. I'm proud to have won Linda Gilroy's support in this selection, not just for me as a Labour candidate, but for me as a Labour and Cooperative Party candidate. That's important because I think Labour is at its best when we campaign not just as a party, but as a movement. That means with the trade unions and the Cooperative Party and the Labour Party all pulling in the same direction, all fighting for working people. It was really humbling for me to have won the support of so many wards in the selection. Stoke, Sutton and Mount Gould, St Peter's and the Waterfront, Devonport, Efford and Lipson, Compton, Peveril and Drake wards to be their first choice candidate. I'm proud also to be supported by Unite, the GMB, USDOR and the CWU trade unions. It's important that we bring together all parts of the Labour movement, and in your support in this election you've already started that process. Thank you. When you see the cuts in action in Plymouth, when you see the policies the Tories are implementing, whether that's the bedroom tax, whether that was the pasty tax, whether that's the cuts to welfare and business support, it makes me angry. Angry that it's happening, but angry also that our MP, Oliver Colville, the man who is supposed to represent and stand up for this constituency, is using that time he has in Parliament to vote for those cuts, to put his party, the Conservative Party, ahead of the needs of Plymouth. It's time we had someone to stand up for Plymouth, who can take that anger and that passion and that pride for the city that we've got here and turn it into action, day in, day out in Parliament, standing up for Plymouth Sutton and Devonport, standing up for our people, our communities, our businesses, and say to the government that this is Plymouth. We're proud of it, we want to see you invest in it, and we will stand up for it every single day. On Sunday the 30th of June, I'm going to be asking for your support to be the Labour and Cooperative candidate for Plymouth Sutton and Devonport. You can find out more information about my campaign and about who I am on my Facebook page, facebook.com/selectluke. If you're on Twitter, tweet using the hashtag #selectluke. We've got a chance here to make Oliver Colville and David Cameron a one-term only Tory government. Let's not waste this chance. Let's put our best foot forward and fight every day from now on to win a Labour government for the country and a Labour MP for Plymouth Sutton and Devonport. Thank you.